Welcome to Spoken Threads.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Spoken Threads, and thank you so much for being with us and supporting us through this podcast. Ladies, today I'm here. My name is Nomfundo and I'm here with my beautiful ladies.
Tato, it is.
And today we're talking about just the back to school, the challenges, the drama, the everything that has to do with back to school. And one of the things that happened this week, I found out that someone I know had not taken their child back to school, and I think they were waiting for the paycheck to come in so they can pay the first month of school. So this is a real thing, you know, guys. People are not saving enough in December to make sure that the child goes back to school. But what are some of the challenges that you've heard? That's one challenge, right? It's the financial of paying the first month of school. For those who are watching from all over the world, we are in South Africa, and the first year, well, the school year starts in January, and it starts usually like second week of January. So a lot of people have to have enough money to pay for school fees because we don't have that much free education. Free education is not really free because you don't have to pay. So yeah, so what are some of the challenges that you've seen about going back to school for your kids or other people's kids that you're aware of?
So maybe before we get into challenges, it's the list first of what you need.
Yes.
Your stationery, if you've got girls, and also boys, I guess, the hair.
Yes.
Girls, it's either plaiting, braiding, sorting it out. If it's boys, a nice clean shaved haircut or whatever the case is. Then it's uniform.
Yes.
Because they go to school at the beginning of the year, it's obviously winter school uniform. If your kids goes to those winter summer uniform.
Yes.
And obviously it's your shirt. Some schools have got their loose embroidered shirts.
Yes.
Which makes it very expensive, right? Because you have to buy at
a specific
outlet, right? Then you've got school shoes, which is your normal black shoes, and your PE shoes, and white socks, and grey socks if you're wearing grey socks as well.
And you spoke about the school uniform. It's the school uniform as well, because when you're doing the sports, you're not wearing the
correct.
So it's just adding up. That list is getting longer. Continue.
So those actually so it's a list and a challenge as well, because you're doing all those things. Fortunately for me, my girls have both been in their school, so it was just a matter of topping up. If I didn't need to, I can postpone it for the next term or the next year. And I said to the small one, who's now in grade 7, that I don't care how short or small your stuff is, I'm not buying anything.
No.
You are wearing it for this year only.
Yeah.
Fortunately, she's got a small frame, so she doesn't have to go with the short skirt. Challenges is waking up. Remember during school holidays, which is very long, they used to sleep at 2 a.m. in the morning. Now it's the reset. So even if you remind them that, listen, you have to sleep like normal bedtime, it's 8 o'clock. Start getting into that swing of things. So when Wednesday comes and it's the first day of school, there's no oversleeping, there's no grumpiness or whatever the case is. So that's the first one. Secondly is, guys, do you have your school uniform is ironed? Everything will be ironed. The one school shoe will be missing.
Yeah. It's always.
And as a parent, you possibly also forget the flow of traffic. Yes. It happens, right? Yes, you leave on time, but sometimes you underestimate a difference that 4 minutes makes a difference.
Oh, yes.
Correct.
1 minute.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely true.
There's 2 stuff or items that you might have forgotten off the list. So depending on which school, there's also, so stationery is not just your normal books, pens, erasers, blah, blah, blah. It's also your textbooks.
Textbooks, yes.
Which cost you a pretty penny.
It's very expensive.
And also finding the textbooks can be a mission. I think for the last, since forever I can remember, 4 years, 5 years running, I've always battled with an Afrikaans reading book.
There's always 1 or 2
that you have to battle with, and then it's take a lot order or some random bookshop that you have to drive out to in God knows where to find the book. So it's the textbooks. Lunch.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I don't even mention that.
Boxes, whatever you want to call it. That's the other thing that you know, when you're in a holiday and that's not something that you think about. And then suddenly now it dawns upon you, snap.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so for me, this was also a massive change. I can share my own experience.
Yes, go ahead.
Where my son was previously online school to now going back to sort of a
Physical
in-person school.
Yeah.
That was like, so I didn't have to make lunch.
Like, there's the fridge, do it yourself. Yeah.
It's in the front of my nose, the helper would be, and he lived off making this homemade self pizza.
Yeah.
That was the thing. So now it's like, do you remember now?
Lunch.
My daughter was saying to me, remember who you are.
Before and after.
Yeah.
And it was Malnose.
Yeah.
Get the Malnose. Get it going. So that's the reason why I now it's there. It's to the front of my mind to be like, oh snap, I've got to make lunch. And that's something like that's also important. In terms of I think registration, it's stressful, right? Especially with him, it was also a very stressful situation because the time that he got his results, the time that we had to enroll, the schools were closed. So having to wait for them to open and then having to try everybody in sundry and everybody turns you down, it's a bit challenging. Never mind saving up for the registration and obviously having the first month's school fees. That's pivotal. But if you're a long-standing parent with a specific school, whether it's online or in person, they normally let you pay the January fee in December.
Correct. Then you get a discount.
Then you get a discount.
Sometimes,
depending on how things go. Then you can get a discount, or they let you just pay it, so that you avoid being in a situation where now it's January, and guys, I don't know about you, but January feels like an extra long month of the year because of all of these because of all of these things that happen, right? And it's not that you don't plan, but it just feels because of all these expenses. And sometimes random things pop up that you didn't budget for from an expense perspective that you now have to cater for. So it's all of those things that pop up on top of the fact that you now have to buy lunch items to fill up a snack box, that you have to make sure that textbooks are in order, stationery is in order, all of those things.
And I'm glad you touched on the point of trying to find a school for your son, because you've said planning ahead, making sure you've got everything ready. There are some parents that are still waiting to be allocated a school for grade 1 and grade 8, because there's a system, there's an online system, and there's thousands and thousands of them. So how you can't even, you can say, okay, let me plan, let me put something aside, depending on what school that I get allocated. But you are in a situation where you can't even do the planning, get the uniform, get the station, because you still don't know which school your child's going to go to. And other challenge that a lot of parents face is the school transport that is reliable, that is safe, that is affordable, and making sure that your child gets to school on time in a safely manner. So all of those become challenges for going back to school. And I like when you spoke about the sleeping late thing, because I also experienced that, where it's like, okay, I'm going to sleep whatever time. And then getting the clock back, not only for the kids but for yourself as well. Getting the clock back into the routine. It can take a while. It could take the whole of January for you, by the time it's February, to get into the rhythm of things. So there are many challenges. I think the most important thing that I think we as parents from experience is being just being kind to yourself. Understand that you are not alone in this. You're not alone in this. Everyone's experiencing the challenges, the overwhelming feeling of the going back to school, and just making sure that you are doing the right things for yourself, setting up the alarm clock, making sure that you are eating right, the kids are eating right, you're buying the right snacks that are good for their nutrition and so forth. Just doing things that you are in control of to make sure that you are prepared. And I think that's the kind of advice that we can give. Is there anything else?
If we look at the kids that are starting either grade 8 or grade 12, massive transition, a lot of anxiety, a lot of pressure on the poor kids.
A lot of
you have to make it. So to your statement, just be kind to yourself. plan ahead. Some things will be in your control, some things will be completely out of your control.
Absolutely.
So just be kind to yourself.
Absolutely, fully agree with that.
Yeah. Great. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Spoken Threads, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.